Hello everyone and welcome to the Banner Saga. This is a game that I never really followed during development or its Kickstarter, but I did get a few tidbits via, gaming sites, and what I did see definitely piqued my interest, but I never ended up buying it. But I did just recently pick it up in a Steam sale, and I played a few hours, and you know what, I absolutely fell in love. I absolutely love this game already. So I had to stop what I was doing, restart, just so I could share this experience with you guys, and I hope you'll enjoy it as much as I am going to. But anyway, what this game is, it's basically an RPG with tactical combat mixed in. It's very story and character based, with a lot of dialogue, so it's right up my alley, and we're gonna jump right in. What I need to do though is restart the game since I've already played a few hours, as I've said. So for a little bit I'm gonna know what's going on, but I absolutely have no idea where the story's gonna go. Here we go. So, if you've already played the game, then I'm not sure how much the story is going to differ from when you played it, but I guess we'll have to find... Oh shit, I forgot about this. Alright, I'm going to have to put on my best narration voice. Here we go. The gods are dead. In their wake, men and giants survive through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. Coming this summer. This game, of course, is developed by Stoic. And here we go. This is pretty intense.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðar vor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Alright, so we've arrived. Wonderful. I just want to point out the animation is sublime. Absolutely brilliant. This guy in the cart here, this is us for the first couple days. And we've just received word that shit is going down in the mead hall. As you can see, there. Oh, that guy just got slaughtered. Oh, here we go. We're gonna bust in like absolute badasses. Prow! Holy shit, we are actually the Terminator. Blam. Okay, here we go. This is actually the tutorial battle, but luckily I know how to play, so we'll just have a crash course of the mechanics and I don't know what you call it, how the battles work. As we can see already, these red motherfuckers are trying to take over Strand, so we have to help out our yellow fellow here and his pet polar bear and knock them all out to save his measly life. He seems very stoic in face, in light of recent circumstances. But anyway, it appears that we've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. They sure are. We just fucking busted in like complete assholes. As you can see here, this bar represents our turn order. Blue portraits are our allies. Red, the enemy. There we go. Movement, of course, happens before action, as in most games. Some characters fill more tiles than others. For example, our giants, who are called Varl, they fill 4 tiles, whilst humans fill 1. And to move, we do this. Blammo. So we've just moved into contact with this guy so we can actually attack him. And in this game, there are 2 stats to an enemy/unit. There is armor in blue and strength in red. And we can attack either. Strength, though, counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you'll now do 2 less damage. If you lose all your strength, you die. Armor blocks that damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. And we have 9 strength in this this unit here, the shield banger. And this guy only has 4 armor, so 9 minus 4 is 5. There we go. We can kill this guy in one fell swoop. Blam! We just stabbed him through the giblets, and there he goes. He's down. We gained 1 renown for killing unnamed thug number 1 for some reason. But there we go. Now it is the chieftain's turn. And he's moved into contact with our shield banger. And he's not going to do much damage, because he's only got a strength of 9, whereas our shield banger has, I don't know how much armor. I missed it. But anyway, we can see here that the blue is our regular movement range, and the yellow, we can expend what are called willpower points to, you know, strengthen our movements and attacks. So if I click on these gold tiles here, I'm going to have to expend 2 willpower units to stomp all the way over here into contact with these guys. And I can use this guy's ability to attack both these fellows in one fell swoop like this, which will also cost a willpower unit. There we go. Blam! And we just fucking wrecked those guys with 1 fell attack. But when there's only 1 enemy left, it goes into what is called pillage mode, which means that all of our units, enemies and allies, they go one after another, as opposed to enemy, ally. It's just enemy, ally, ally, etc. If a unit doesn't move, they regain a willpower point, and we're going to have to expend a willpower point to strengthen this attack so we can finish off this chieftain in 1 attack. Here we go. And we just skewered him, and we're now holding him over the coals, and we're gonna eat him because that's what Varl do. They eat human flesh. No, not really. They're very civilized. But there we go. We've gained 5 renown, and we've completed the tutorial. Here we go.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and Var slaughter each other, even before the Dredge arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more Dredge to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade, quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his lust. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Alright, so here's where our journey truly begins, in Chapter 1. Alright, so most of the game actually takes place in dialogues like this. I'm just going to read them like normal, like a narrator. You are approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Now this man's name is Eric, and I imagine Eric kind of sounds... You know, he looks like a soft-spoken kind of guy, so I imagine he sounds like this. Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? And yes, we are Ubin. This giant motherfucker with these demonic horns. He looks as if he has a very calm demeanor. But here we go. It is Ubin, of course. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. Seems a bit chaotic around here, Eric. No. What did you have in mind? There we go. Scal thinks that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. There we go. This guy's got dirty connections. I don't know. I'm not really asking questions, but we're going to meet him down at the market. That's where we'll get our information, apparently. And he says, let me handle this. You meander through the rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. Oh my, look at this guy. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Scalfing's chieftain bled out about an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. I don't talk to... They don't talk to me! Eric, need some help here? Yeah, we'll offer a hand here. We gotta step in here. Had, I had a change of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. Had sweats visibly, fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Oh, this guy is shitting his pants. Wait, just buy one of these! If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? We can either intimidate him, pay him, or do nothing. We look like the kind of guy that would do nothing, just sit there and stare. But we're actually gonna go diplomatically. We'll pay him. You toss a sliver of silver on the table. Both men look at you with surprise. Had gestures meekly to a variety of junk from his stall. Take whatever you like. Only thing I'd like is the name of a place. Nobleman, up by East Wall. But that was months ago, last I know. Had skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things up from his hovel. Disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Oh my god, look at this guy. I particularly like his hair and beard of the purest orange. And Gunnulf, I'm not sure what Gunnulf would sound like, but he says, are we done here? Gunnulf, were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, he wasn't. No, just bought him while you were walking around. Why? You look like a frog. No reason. They look good. I think they do look good. I quite particularly enjoy the fact that he matched the orange with the tunic to his beard, and it's very contrasting colors with the dark greens here. And Gunnulf is pleased. He says, I'm glad you care. And he goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be a Scalfing. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Which is true. That's good thinking, Eric. Nobleman is a mead hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? What a luxury. Come on, you've already mopped up worse today. Alright, Eric, you do make a good point. Ubin says, just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. Ubin, of course, he's a tax collector. I don't know if you've gathered that, but he gathers taxes. There you go. I'll remind him, says Eric. Our business is concluded here, and we're going to go meet Eric up at the Nobleman. But first of all, let's just take a good look at Strand. It's quite the fucking city. It's very hilly, of course, and the Great Hall is at the very top. The very tippy top. But on the way there, we're going to head to the mead hall. You arrive in front of what must be Nobleman. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? You're walking through the front door? Question mark. That seems a bit rash. I feel like we could be a little sneakier, perhaps. But you're walking through the front door? They ran to a meat house, says Valgard. I'll be surprised if they can stand up straight right now. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Apparently, we're jumping right in. Bam! Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. He actually busted that door with one fucking kick. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of a table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken Scalfings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. Alright, here we go. We've got another fucking brawl in the middle of a... It's actually a bar brawl now. But anyway, some battles, well, the majority of battles actually, there's a deployment phase, and what we're going to do is deploy like so. We'll put our men in between our Varl, and we'll see how this goes. We're going to slay all of these fucking thugs. Valgard has a shield, and when you put them next to allies, they create a shield wall, which increases their armor. Just a little tidbit of information there for you. I believe all these raiders have the exact same skill, actually. But we're going to move Eric over here. He looks really meek outside the mead hall, but in the mead hall, holy shit, he's a fucking bastard with an axe, I gotta tell you. He's not one for taking names, you know, he's a kind of shoot first, ask questions later kind of guy. I'm going to move my shield banger here. I think I misplaced Gunnulf just a little bit. Oh shit, here we go. They're already in contact with Eric, and they've broken his armor a teensy bit. But luckily, these guys don't have much armor or health at all, and Gunnulf can actually just kill them in one hit, basically. Oh shit, this guy has taken a few points off our shield banger right away. But here we go, we got Valgard, and he's going to move here. And we can knock some armor off this fellow, and 2 should be enough. There we are. Okay, this guy just moved. I don't know what the hell that was. That guy did not do anything. But we got Eric with his axe. He can take off the majority of this guy's health. We'll take off 5 points right away. Okay, this shield banger, I believe... Well, he can't actually kill this this bro, but he can definitely try by backstabbing him like a son of a bitch. And here we go. We got Gunnulf in the game. Eventually, next turn, he'll be in battle. He's still not in base contact with anyone, but he will be very shortly. Now, oh shit, Valgard can attack this fellow, knock him out. Problem solved. That's one guy down, just about, I don't know, 10 more to go. Holy moly. Now, all these guys are, of course, in a shield wall right now, so they're all gaining a bit of armor. Eric can fix that, though, with his handy hatchet, and he'll knock off 3 points from that fellow. I keep saying fellow. I don't know if that's quaint or what, but here we go. Our shield banger is going to finish off this guy, like so. And then, next turn, Gunnulf can move into contact with a bunch of these guys and use his Tempest to, I don't know, probably slay a lot of them, actually. We'll try it out. Damn. One guy down, a lot of health taken off of these enemies immediately. But we're going to send Valgard to kill this guy. There we go. No fucking problem. It's going rather well for us at the very moment. But they're slowly knocking our Varl down. They're taking a few points off of Gunnulf, off of our shield banger. And basically, combat in this game it's attrition. You have to try to weather the storm whilst taking down the health of your enemy. Which, I mean, is true for any combat, really. But it's especially true for this one. What with the strength and armor attributes. If you get what I'm saying. But anyway, we're going to kill this fucking guy right now. And next turn, we'll do another Tempest with Gunnulf. And we'll see if we can kill a few more of these bastards. We'll try this guy. Try this guy on for size. There we go. We killed 2 guys, and that leaves 2 remaining without a single casualty for us. We're doing very well this battle. Very well. This went a lot better than when I first played it, I gotta tell you. I think Eric got knocked out. Probably one of my Varl as well. I can't recall. But there we go. This is the... No, never mind. I was going to say that's the end of the battle, but it is not. We're going to get our shield banger in there, and he is going to end this once and for all by stabbing this guy right in the guts and spilling them all over the ground. There we are. I feel bad for these people in the bar. When they came out tonight, they were definitely not in the market to see some mass murder. But there you go. Gunnulf has been promoted, and we've gained... Not 1, not 2, but 11 renown. Oh, shit, look at this. This pig looks very unappetizing, as well as this brown goop down here. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like ass stew. I don't know what you call that. But anyway, we've won the battle. And Eric says, there they are. Gods be damned. I've got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hull's window onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well, Wagner. Next for Varl Kingship, last we spoke. The other flag? Looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long? Ah, things make a little more sense. You hoped I'd have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favor? No, Eric, I've done enough already. We can just brush him off right now, but I think we owe him one. Well, not really, actually. He owes us tons now. We've killed a lot of guys for really no purpose, but we'll do this last task here. If you happen to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will, says Ubin. We could stall them all fucking day and night if we really wanted to. Eric and Valgard hustle from the mead house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down at the dock. Ubin, just very apathetic at all times. Wow. Alright, we've got a huge fleet of ships arriving at the docks now. And we're gonna head down there to see who it is. Apparently it's an old friend, Wagner. There we go, Wagner. A familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Grafheim, abundant in purpose. Gods, Ubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old, and if there is Wagner, there must be hacked on. I don't know why, this guy looks fucking shifty to me, and a shifty giant kind of just sounds like, must there? I don't know. Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid, old yaks? At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Jorandir demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grafheim. Speaking of, I had no sense you were so far from home. I just returned from Abereng, in fact. And glad for it. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering. Golden wolf head blazoned on red. The king of men, or someone on his behalf. The king's whelp. The king's son, Ludin. Don't you know, Scrivener? We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. Then you're going to Grafheim? I have the distinct feeling I finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but, let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where's Mogir? Hakon, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading to meet up the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few, others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Mogir. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grafheim should be more interesting than most years, you think? Weariness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon. Or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. Yeah, well, I'm really tempted to talk to Lubin here. And Hakon, for that matter. He seems like a kind sort. I suppose we have to head to the Great Hall eventually, but let's go talk to Hakon. Let's see what he has to say. Scrivener. You find Hakon in a mead house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon weighs you over. Went straight for a flagon? Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Ha! Humans. I guess if only I lived as long as a Yawk's fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself, too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Oh, sick burn! Hakon let slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through Dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here, my glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to get back to Grafheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mead house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Okay, well that's it. That was quite a brief conversation. Alright, I guess we're going to talk to Lubin here. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for Ludin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Ludin. Oh, look at this fucking guy. Yes, you're with Wagner? I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner a long time. I'll be joining you back at Grafheim, with my guards. Ludin looks up for the first time. The woman does not react. Why? I work for the king, carrying tithes to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? Oh my god, this guy is a bit of a prick. I have a habit of recording history. I thought we might talk about your visit. I think that would inflate his ego a little bit, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about his visit. There we go. A Varl historian? Don't you already know? Your king and mine both have been practically trumpeting it throughout the cities. I've been on the road a while, I'm afraid. Ludin takes a deep sigh. Whether tired or ungracious, you are uncertain. Maybe both. A formality, mostly. Wagner came to our capital in Arborang, and now we've got to go to the Varl's capital in Grafheim to cement this grand alliance for the next age of men in Varl. You sound unconvinced. There's no need for it, and it's damned cold up here. You get the sense he's struggling not to complain outright. You take the opportunity to excuse yourself. Alright, so Ludin is just a kind-hearted soul and a very nice person in general, and I hope to make his, I hope to know him better within the next couple of days, but first of all, we need to head to the Great Hall here. At dawn, you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. True fact. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised to your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. And we gain 20 renown. Whee! Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner is already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Ugh. Mogir steps forward. Wagner's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. You know what? I think we're ready. But I'm gonna end it here. What a good place to end. Right before our departure with Ludin and Wagner and Haken and Mogir and all of our good friends, Gnolf as well. Thanks for watching, everyone, the first episode of this new series. I hope it's been fun to watch. We'll iron out the kinks as we go, but as usual, everyone, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next video.